Hello, today I'm going to show you how to do stop motion animation. I'm only going to show you the basics, but once you've mastered the basics you can make things far more complicated if you want to. Stop motion animation is when you take a series of photographs of an object or an image that is slowly changing. I'm going to use a piece of silver foil and simply scrunch it up, and I'm going to scrunch it slightly, take a photograph, scrunch it a bit more, take another photograph. And I'm going to build up, I don't know, 100, 200 photographs of it slowly being scrunched up into a ball. I'm then going to put them into a video app, something like Power Director. There's lots of apps out there and you can get many for free. I'm going to drop all the photos in the right order, and then I'm going to change the transition time to a very, very short time period, so something like 0.1 of a second. Then when I play the video, I'll get the impression of movement. As I say, this is going to be a very, very basic version of stop motion, and if you can master it, you can then make things far more complicated if you want to. So here's my setup. I've got my tripod where my camera is going to go. So my camera is going to go there, looking down. I've got the silver foil as I'm going to manipulate, and I've got a little helper as well, who I hope will stay out of the way. So my silver foil, I've chosen silver foil to do this really simple stop motion because when you put a mark in it, it tends to stay there. So it's very easy to manipulate. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photograph of that with the camera here, and then I'm going to scrunch it slightly and take another photograph and scrunch it a little bit more and take another photograph, and just keep going and going and going. Just scrunching it a little bit more, taking a photograph, scrunching it a little bit more, taking a photograph. Little movements, little changes. And I will end up taking well over 100 photographs. So I've scrunched it and scrunched it and scrunched it until it's in a ball. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the ball slightly, take a photograph, move it a little bit further, take another photograph, and just keep moving it a little bit, a little bit. I might roll it slightly, but each movement I make is a very, very small one. As you're taking each photograph, make sure you get your hand out of the way first of all. Okay, just keep taking the photographs, moving it along, whatever direction you want. I'm taking this right to the edge of the table, so it looks like it's vanishing off the edge of the table. Okay. So I've now imported the photos onto my tablet. I want to work on my tablet because it's a larger surface area, so it's easier for me to see what I'm doing, but you can work straight from your phone if you want to. And it really is now just a case of dropping the photos in the correct order into the app. It's important that you get them in the correct order. I'm not doing them all, just a few here just to show you. And now, just to see if it's in the right order, just play that through. There we go. So we're getting a little bit of movement there. Okay. Obviously, it's going to take an awful lot more photographs to get any real sense of movement, but that's basically what you do. And then once you've got your video as you want it, you can export it. So you can export it to YouTube or to Facebook or wherever you want, or you can just save it directly onto your device, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have it as HD, not Ultra, not 4K. I don't need it as 4K. And just click produce. So here's the video. You will see that it plays through and then I've reversed it and it plays back again. Okay? And here's the animation with some sound added and some filters. I wonder if anybody noticed that the cat's tail made a brief appearance there in that stop motion. Of course, once you've mastered the basics, like moving a bit of foil around a table, you can then make things far more complicated if you want to. You could have various different elements moving around. You could try animating a drawing. So draw part of the drawing, take a photo, draw a little bit more, take another photo and a little bit more, and build it up. Drawing, photographing, drawing, photographing. Just make sure that every photograph you take, you've got your hand out of the way. Why don't you have a go? See what you come up with. The only limitation really is your imagination.